So for the last last minute, god damn, oh my god, I think I got like a fucking worm on my. It's like.
All right. All right.
Welcome to an all-new episode of the No Rules Podcast. I'm Aaron Hilton, as always, joined by my main man, Malik Smith. What's up, Malik?
What's going on, my brother? How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm in Mansions and Benches, my brother. Feeling good. Just got up from a nap. I don't know what's going on. I'm really exhausted right now. Like, it's kind of crazy, the random waves of exhaustion that hit you in your adult life, like post-30. They say after 30, but really it's like after 35, I think, where you just start getting tired for no reason, you know?
Just sitting down, be tired. Be like, eh.
Nah, man. Like, waking up this morning was a drag. It was
Right.
like, I almost was like, yo, it's time for me and my daughter to play hooky from school. Like, it was that bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you saying the tiredness is post 30. It's probably post child. If I'm being 100% honest, I was actually decent before the baby, and now I'm like literally, I maybe got 3 hours of sleep last night. So shout out to my son for making that happen. And you, we together, we did that to each other basically.
Yeah, it was a collaborative effort. It was.
Yeah.
We worked really hard.
We shot each other in the foot. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, this is what we do. The sacrifices that we make to bring you guys the product that we bring you. But I mean, you know, it could be like a little bit kid related, but to be honest with you, I was like a vampire before. I was not a big sleep. I'm a napper more than I am a sleeper. So like, as long as I get 4 hours, I'm usually good to be up and like working at least 12 hours that day without being too bad. But something about, I don't know, like last night, because last night I got like 5-6 hours, so normally that's actually more than I normally get or that I'm accustomed to getting. But nah, my body was like, nah, bro, you need to. It's probably, you know, back in the gym trying to get my life back right. Like I said, I think I said it a couple of pods ago. I'm not going to be embarrassed by the fucking bodybuilders at this wedding of one of my wife's best friends. So, you know, I gotta at least be t-shirt ready for the beach and stuff. And my body's like, yo, you need to relax. You know what I mean? You're not Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
It'll play out in the long run. It'll help you out in the long run.
It will, man. I'm trying to change the standards of a dad bod, you know?
Nah, I feel you. I can barely do push-ups around the house because I just when the time is there, I'm like, maybe I'll just go to sleep. Like you said, naps. I'm like, maybe I'll just take a nap.
It's not ideal. I mean, I wish, but you have like that Kevin Durant naturally slender build. I got like the fucking, that Zion Williamson 3 donuts shy of a fat boy type build. You know, I used to be tall and slender, and I don't know what happened. My metabolism just gave up on me. You know what I mean? It was just like, nah, we're not doing that no more.
Yeah, people think I'm really tall and slim, but I'm really like you remember the bugs from Men in Black? It's like they had the skinny arms.
Yeah,
they had the gut. That's where I'm going right now. I'm angling towards that. It's not looking good.
You look like a teen mom.
Yeah, exactly. It's not looking great, bro. This is not looking great. I need to do some sit-ups, but you know.
Nah, yeah. That's a quick fix, man. Summer's still a couple months away. You got time. There is time to fix that, man. Speaking of the summer coming up pretty soon, you also have the NBA draft coming up pretty soon. I know March Madness hasn't quite happened yet, but given the last couple of performances from Cooper Flagg, I'm just going to skip over the NCAA tournament for a minute with him and go straight to the NBA draft, mostly because I'm selfish and the Sixers suck. And if we continue to lose like this, we have a chance at getting him. But is he the next Great White Hope? Like, how are we feeling about?
That's a good question. It's like Great White Hope, Great White Hype, right? Like, which one is it? I watched him. They play Wake Forest earlier this week?
Yeah, it was Wake Forest at home. Yeah,
really good game. I mean, I hadn't seen a ton of his games live, so it was interesting watching him live, watching Duke live. The thing I'll say, and I'll preface this by saying, as much as I watch basketball, as much as I follow basketball, I'm not a scout, so I'm not like out here pretending to be a scout. But I was super impressed by the fact that the way that Duke plays basketball around him, it kind of looks like a pro-style offense. Like, they're running him off screens. He's handing it off. He's doing a lot of stuff that, you know, maybe the college game has advanced across the board a little bit more than I realized. But watching him, I'm like, oh, they're prepping this dude for the NBA. I was super impressed, man. Like, obviously there's room for growth. Like, he's going to come in, he's going to be super young. He's already younger than most other guys in college at his as a freshman. I like a lot of what's there. I don't think he's going to be the best player in the NBA at any point, but I do think he's going to be really, really good. And who knows, right? Like, the guy still has a ton of room to grow, but like, he's way ahead of a lot of the forget white players, just players in general who, coming in, we thought like, oh, how good is this guy going to be when he gets to the NBA? Like, I feel like he's way ahead of a lot of guys in recent drafts. Zion Williamson, we thought he was going to be great. Obviously, the injuries messed him up, but like, he was super dominant. I feel like Flagg is getting inching closer to that in terms of just his overall game. The skill is unbelievable.
Oh, it's off the charts. Like for me as a Duke fan, as a lifelong Duke fan, it's great for me to be talking about another Duke player and not feel like a homer. To like him actually be very clear, head and shoulders above the rest of the crowd as a number one prospect. For me, he's the best prospect coming out of Duke. Probably since Jay Williams. I feel like Jay Williams was going to be on track to be one of the great NBA point guards at a time when Duke really wasn't putting a lot of good product in the NBA outside of Grant Hill. So this new generation of Duke players since the one and done era, since Coach K embraced the one and done era, has been different. You have your Zions, you have your Kyries, Jason Tatum, things like that. List goes on. But Cooper Flagg, the next in the line of that, he's probably the first great prospect that John Shire has that he's going to bring into the NBA. It's going to raise his profile as a coach. He was a completely different player early in the year versus who he's been since ACC play has started. He was a lot more timid, and he was 17 until like mid-December. So
Right.
that's to be expected, getting adjusted to the college game. But he's just been a completely different player. I think the world of him. Very clearly going to be the number one pick. And honestly, with the past couple of games that Janai Broom has had, he should be the leading candidate for Naismith Player of the Year. The sky's the limit for him. But in terms of Great White Hope, I mean, I don't know if we count international players in that?
I mean, we're two black guys having this conversation, so obviously we're going to say they're all white.
Because they are. I feel like if you can't say nigga, you white. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like that, you're not European, you white. So like if we go by that standard, Andrea Bargnani in 06 is the last white player to be drafted number one overall.
The number one thing, you're right. But if we're counting international players, there's still been some great white hopes, right? So we got, obviously, Luka Doncic.
Shout out the Mavericks.
Talking about people. Fire Nico. I remember when people were talking about Luka ahead of him coming into the NBA, and it was just like, this guy's going to be unbelievable. He's going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I'm like, okay. Like, sorry, I don't watch a lot of international basketball, so can you send me a clip? Because I don't have that package. I don't subscribe to that package.
I was way off on Luka, by the way. I'm ashamed to say I was Team Marvin Bagley. I just want to hide my face. Yeah, it was not.
Yo,
not one of my brightest moments.
You and Vlade Divac. You and Vlade Divac taking big L's.
Yeah, big L's. That was not good.
Well, I mean, they also took Trae Young. The Hawks traded the pick and took Trae Young instead of Luka. So
yeah,
Trae's fine.
People make mistakes. He's good.
Yeah,
ice Trae.
But yeah, like Luka. The thing is, I don't know. I mean, I think white people love Luka. I know why people love Luka because when they tried to call Luka fat and said that he was drinking too much, people were like, "Whoa, that's out of bounds." And I'm like,
who among us doesn't enjoy a natty ice after a win?
Yeah, right. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm gonna let y'all have it because he's great. But if this is a black player, y'all would not be having that same conversation. Anyway, he's lived up to the hype, right? Like, I don't know that like white people en masse rally around him in the U.S. because he's international. And there's still a little bit of that barrier. Jokic, same thing. Like as great as he is, like he wasn't like a prospect the way Luka was, so there wasn't a ton of buzz about him. He just sort of built up his career and like came on.
Yeah, he was a second round pick. Yeah,
exactly. But people now that he's like as good as he is, like the basketball, world, especially the white basketball world, they love Jokic. Like they talk about Jokic, and this is not me saying Jokic isn't great. Jokic is unbelievable. But they talk about Jokic like LeBron never existed. Like I'm like, guys, LeBron was doing some of the stuff that Jokic was doing. So
I heard some pundits saying like he's the most creative passer of all time, like above Magic Johnson. And like I just want some people above Magic Johnson, I should say. I want to fully complete that statement so you can hear how ridiculous it is. Because I wasn't really watching basketball when Magic Johnson was at the peak of his powers. But like, give me a fucking break. Come on, he's not better than Magic. He's just not. I'm sorry. He's a great passer, awesome. Really good team player. He's not better than Irving Johnson. Stop it.
I think when you get to that level, like Magic, LeBron, Jokic, you're kind of splitting hairs. Like if you wanted to say Jokic, if you just ran a highlight reel of Jokic passes, which I mean, the NBA, if you go on NBA.com, they do have literally a highlight reel of Jokic's best passes of his career. It's like 45 minutes long, and I'm not gonna lie, I watched like 20 minutes of it. A lot of them are unfreaking believable. You could say the same thing about LeBron. You could say the same thing about Magic. Magic, there's a little bit less like HD, video of his passes, so maybe that will change the game. But he was doing his on the move. I mean, he was going behind the head. Like there was a bunch of there was more flair, I would say. But overall, like I mean, it's splitting hairs to me. Like all three of those guys are insane when it comes to passing the basketball. So I'm not gonna be mad if somebody says that he's better than Magic, even if I disagree.
No, I'm gonna be mad, and it's because you're making me disparage a great player. Jokic is an all-time great player. He is. And by the time he's done, he's probably going to be in the top 10, maybe even the top 5 all-time of players that have come through this league.
He's probably there, right, top 10 right now.
No.
If he retired right now, I don't think you could look at his career and be like, he's not top 10.
No. Like, I think we got to show a little bit more deference. I'll say it like this. If he's in your top 10 already, I'm not going to disparage you. He is very clearly not in my top 10 because I feel like the other players that are in my top 10, they've done more than Jokic. Jokic, he's won some MVPs. He has been consensus the best player in the league. I think he's got, 3 MVPs? He's got 1 ring. And I know we don't like to do the championship thing, but how many 1-ring dudes do you have in your top 10? I just think there's more for him to do before he's done with this game. I don't need him to be like the most gregarious guy in the world. I'm fine with you coming in, doing your job, and go back home. I love that about him. Yeah, I love that he won the bronze medal for his nation and partied like it was 1999. Right. But when he won the NBA championship, he was like, yo, I just want to leave. Like, can y'all leave me alone? I don't want to take pictures with y'all. I don't want to go to Vegas with y'all. Like, I love that because fuck y'all.
I love that about him too. Listen, I think he's done enough at this point to be considered in that group. But if you don't have him in there, I don't think it's crazy. The larger point I'm making is white people love Jokic. Rightfully so, but like they love Jokic, they love Luka in a way that sometimes makes me feel like, have you guys watched other guys? Because they look pretty good too. Now, when we go back to Cooper Flagg, from what I've seen, and this is like, the stupidest thing anyone could say about a player who's 18 years old, but like, I don't know if he's getting to that level. Right. And if we're talking about great white hopes, we're talking Bird, we're talking Luka's in that conversation. I mean, there were some misses out there. There's some misses. Shout out to Adam Morrison.
Yikes.
Woof.
I was on the right side of history with that one because I was Team JJ Redick, and he should have been Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Over Adam Morrison.
I have no idea what Adam Morrison is, but that was rough.
He's a 2-time champion though, so shout out to him.
Christian Laettner, obviously, big great white hope.
Better career than people give him credit for.
Agreed. Now, one of my favorites, though, former Knick, former Net as well, Keith Van Horn. Underrated, great white player.
You forgot former Sixer. Fuck Keith Van Horn. No, absolutely not.
Keith Van Horn, son, does not get enough credit, bro.
Good skill set. Very good skill set. 6'10", could shoot, handle a little bit. He was like a trailer park version of Lamar Odom.
Well, I gotta be trailer park, though.
I was gonna say poor white person's usually trailer park. So
Jesus, he can't just be like lower middle class, like he just had like a 1-bedroom house.
No, because Lamar. I mean, I put some respect on Lamar Odom's name. Skittles and cocaine aside, Lamar Odom was one of one in terms of that, and head and shoulders above Keith Van Horn and anything that he's been able to achieve as a player.
Of course.
Not as a man. Like, as a man, like, whatever. I don't know these people personally. I don't want to speak on them as people. Just strictly as a player, and a player who came through my favorite basketball team. Not all that great. But the skill set was there.
Not for y'all,
the skill set was there. No.
He was good everywhere else.
Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. I don't want to hear that.
Maybe that's why you're salty.
It's hard playing with Iverson, I guess. Getting it back to Cooper Flagg, I do believe that the sky is going to be the limit for him. He's a New England guy from Newport, Maine. And I think it's going to be, he grew up watching clips of Larry Bird. So, his mom showing him clips of Larry Bird every time they were in the car. So, like, he is everything about him is giving, great white hope. And from all intents and purposes, from everything that I have heard about him, I think, he is just, they say he is a hellish competitor. He is obsessed with winning, anything it takes to win. And that's the kind of guy that I want on my franchise.
Yeah.
I pray to the heavenly Father that he does not end up in Charlotte or Washington.
Actually, you know where I want him to go?
Hmm.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
Philly?
No, absolutely not.
Rude. No.
Dallas. They deserve it.
No.
They
No. Because
dude.
Nico's going to trade him in 5 years. Absolutely not.
Nico won't be there long enough to do it.
Well, then he'll do it sooner. He'll trade the pick.
He probably would. He probably would trade the pick.
Yeah, shout out to Nico Harrison.
Fire Nico.
Yes, fire Nico for sure. The next topic here we have is Daredevil Born Again. It came out on Tuesday evening, 9 p.m., which is another thing that, I'll get to that in a second. I got a chance to watch the first 2 episodes of the 2-episode premiere. You have not gotten a chance to watch it. So we're speaking this in vague terms. There's no spoilers necessary.
No
if you haven't
spoilers.
watched it, you continue to listen. What are your expectations going into this, especially as someone who hasn't seen any of the new episodes?
I think my expectations are probably a little unfairly high because Daredevil, the series, was so good. Like I remember watching that the first 5-6 episodes. That thing that they did where he would be fighting in a hallway and they had the camera angle like spinning around. I remember the first time I saw it and I was like, it like blew my freaking mind, right? Like, like not even getting to the storyline, just talking about like the way that they shot it, the amount of like actual violence, which superhero shows you kind of get the like fake punches and the like it's not like choreographed, right? Like this show took it to a whole nother level, and it's been so long since it's been on that all I can think of is like how unbelievably amazing Daredevil was when I first watched it. So the bar's pretty high, and we've talked about this before with Captain America: Brave New World. We touched on Blade and the issues that's been going on there. Like just Marvel just generally hasn't had like a win in a really long time. So I feel like going back to a series that people love, that people really really love, that was on Netflix and now it's on Disney Plus. Like the expectations are really high for me, and I think I don't want to say it's like make or break, but if they can't get this one right, it's gonna be tough sledding in the next couple years for Marvel.
It's not make or break for me. The big engine that's behind it, they're going to keep turning stuff out regardless of how we or the masses feel about it.
Sure.
As long as it's making money, they're going to continue to make the product no matter how mid it may or may not be. What I will say is the hopes are extremely high for this, for me, because I think they're recognizing that there is still some good in the previous properties that Marvel has acquired. It wasn't really a part of the universe. It was its own separate Netflix universe that they created, and they did a great job with it. All the showrunners, everything, they did a great job. So for Marvel to recognize, hey, this was working. We haven't been as successful in the TV space. Let's try something that was working, put our own little flavor on it, and then see if we can spit it back out for the fans and capture some of that magic. I'm gonna wait and see approach from Marvel. They've lost all goodwill with me.
Wow.
I need to see it. Yeah, I have to see it. Not that I don't believe in them. I still went to go see Captain America: Brave New World for whatever that's worth. But I'm not going into something expecting Marvel's gonna knock it out the park anymore. Now they have to show me that they can knock it out the park.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, I'll say this: the shows actually have been better than the movies in the last, say, basically since Endgame. Right? You had WandaVision, Loki, like those were really awesome, and the through line from the story that they were trying to tell in the movies, like it all made sense. The movies since then, hit or miss. Maybe there were some better ones in between, but like nothing that really stood out. So I think it's smart for them to go, okay, let's go with the show. We're rolling it out week by week. We're building up, our fan base's anticipation each week to I don't love the rolling it out at 9:30. It's like, bro, drop that thing at midnight so we can get on it.
Hold on, because you bringing it up, it reignited the fire. So they had branded it for the last couple of weeks. They're saying it's going to come out on March 4th or whatever it was, a Tuesday. Weird day to drop it on, but whatever. So you're dropping it on Tuesday. That's fine. The Netflix model is when we drop something on a day, it's going to drop at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time that day, because that makes it 12 a.m. Standard Time on the West Coast. So that means all of America gets it on that day as soon as it drops. You dropping something, a premiere of something, and saying it's going to be on Tuesday, and you don't drop it until Tuesday night as if you're a regular network and not like a streaming service is the most ridiculous. Like, you're starting off on the wrong foot here, guys. As a fan, and as somebody who has had streaming services in their life for the better part of 15 plus years, that's not how you drop something. It's extremely annoying, and I would have liked it to be dropped at 3 a.m. so that I can watch it at my convenience anytime throughout that day and not have to wait. Like, that's the point of a streaming service.
Yeah, yeah. Not that they're tap dancing on thin ice. Is that what you're saying?
If you're going to release it on a Tuesday, which is weird as it is, then just drop it that morning, 3 a.m., so that the people on the West Coast can get it right there at midnight, and the people on the East Coast, like myself, can get it at 3 a.m., and the degenerates can stay up till 3 a.m. and watch it. I'm so glad I did, because I considered it. I considered staying up to 3 a.m. Let me tell you something. You thought I was tired. Now, it would have been a real problem. I'd have been at Kevin Feige's door. You know what I mean? It would have been a problem. Misunderstanding for real. But nah, it's, I don't know, a little pet peeve by me. I get it.
Nah, you're right. You're 100% right. Basically, I think what we're saying is like treat the fans like you want them to like be ravenous about this content. Like, why are you making us wait and making us more angry about stuff? Like, give them every possible thing that they're asking for. That's it. Just give them what they're asking for. You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick said.
You know, hey, they're, like I said, a billion-dollar company. They know what they're doing far more than I do. It just, to me, it would seem counterintuitive to what their main goal is.
They said, hey, bro, you're going to watch it regardless.
That's what they said. And I did. And they were right, because I did. Because I did. I did. Hey. And I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you know, I was like, I'm going to be mad, but I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. Yeah, I'm going to watch it angry. Through thin eyes. You know what I mean? Yeah. But no, it was good. I think best case scenario for this is they knock it out of the park, and Daredevil can reignite the MCU from the Disney Plus TV aspect.
Wow. So you saying you think that they can knock it out of the park lets me know that I need to jump on these first 2 episodes, because no spoilers, but I feel like you're giving me a little catnip here. You know what I'm saying?
I want to tease it to let everybody know. Go and watch it. It's very, very, very good. They're starting off strong for sure. Things have started off strong before, then fizzled out. I don't know.
I'm looking forward to it, bro. I'm looking forward to it.
Dad rules coming at you quick. So you know, Coleman's coming up on that year. We talked about it last episode. He's 8 months old now. So you're 4 months away from that all important first birthday. I want all my current dads, my future dads, to understand that first birthday, it's for you. It's for you and for the mom and for the adults in that child's life. That kid is not going to remember that birthday. That kid does not care about that birthday. And if your kid is anything like my Arya, and is as antisocial as she is, she don't want all them people around. You know, for her first birthday, you know, I want her to smash the cake. I want her to want to eat, have the cake all over her face. You have high hopes. And you build these things up. And then you get to the day and you're like, why did we do this? So I want to save all of you that pain. Don't do it.
This is a good one. I'm glad you put this one up, because this was how I felt anyway. As after being at a first birthday party before, I was like, seems like a lot of alcohol here for a party about a child. It's like, I can get down with this.
Right.
Yeah, so that was how we were going to it anyway. I had a couple ideas of some birthday party themes. I mean, I want to celebrate him. He, obviously, like you said, they don't know what's going on. He has no idea that he was born 1 year ago to that day.
Right. It's for the pictures. You're doing it for the pictures. Like, I
doing
want,
it for the pics.
You loved Elmo at this time, so we get an Elmo theme park. That kid don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A friend of mine did a second birthday party. The theme was Too Hot to Handle. They had like a giant fire truck. They had like actual like firefighters come out and like just, you know, all this like fire. It was just super dope. And in my head, I was like, that's interesting. I was like, does he like fire trucks? She's like, nah, I just thought it was super cool. And like, it's going to be like great for the pictures. I was like, I love that.
That sounds about right.
Because he don't care. He really don't.
This is for you. If you can afford it, then whatever.
He's riding around in his little, you know, mobile fire truck. That's all he cares about. He don't care about none of this other stuff. It just looked great for
Mm.
pictures. And all the rest of us on the internet were like, damn, fire. Literally. Literal fire.
The first birthday that I can really and truly remember is probably like 13.
Oh
So I
wow.
remember I have a lot of memories from when I was a younger kid, for sure. But like actual birthday memories, like oh, this was a dope birthday. I would laser tag when I was 13.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point. I remember I want to say I was either 8 or 9. It was like I mean, because my birthday's in August, so it's always super hot.
Ah, you had to celebrate your birthday in like June when you were getting out of school with all the rest of the kids and be like, birthdays in the summer.
We didn't even get that. It was just like, nah, nigga, your birthday ain't today, so why are
Shout
we
out to the New
celebrating?
York public school
Yeah,
system. It's
yeah,
like
yeah. Nah,
fuck
they
y'all,
didn't give
fuck y'all birthday.
it. It's like sorry, and now I get it now because like now understanding like teachers are actual people. They're like, I don't care. I don't care if your birthday's tomorrow. Today's the last day of school. We done.
Yeah.
Respect.
Uh, you would
But
say
yeah,
respectfully, I don't give a fuck.
yeah, exactly. Like, cool. Congrats to you, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my birthday is actually because I live so close to the beach, like literally walking distance to the beach. We just had a lot of birthdays at the beach. But I do remember getting a super soaker, and we had like a water gun fight, water balloon type. That was I want to say I was like 9. Yeah, that was definitely
Yeah.
one of the best. But like you said, I don't remember any of the other ones specifically. I'm sure Batman or Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers were involved, but like I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
100%. Like that's what you know what I mean. Like my mom could have had TLC at my birthday because TLC was
Right,
like my favorite group.
yeah.
You know, she could have had them performing the Ninja Turtles theme song at my birthday party, and I
Yeah.
probably still would only remember the 13-year-old party where I played laser tag and then almost ate a blood vessel at the McDonald's across the street from the laser tag place. Yeah, no, it was great. It was like before McDonald's went to like the all white meat, and it was like that fucking chicken product that they had in there. It was like just all crunched up chicken parts. You remember when it wasn't all white meat, the McDonald's chicken nuggets, like before they switched?
I remember when they started telling us it was all white meat, and I was like, wait. People were like, what was it before?
Exactly. It was just like
Yeah.
this chicken product, like mashed up and stuff.
Yeah.
And normally I don't get nuggets. No, I was always a burger guy, but this time I don't know why I just decided to get nuggets. Because when I do eat them, I like to break them apart because I don't like to double dip. Thankfully, I am as anal retentive and weird about eating food as I am because when I broke it apart, there was a flopping blood vessel inside of the chicken
Oh.
nugget, and that ruined my entire appetite. It was over with. But I had a great time at laser tag though. That was awesome.
Sounds very traumatic, but
It would have been traumatic if I ate it. If I would have ate it and then threw it up, that would have been worse.
or you ate it and like you went to the doctor and they're like, there's a chicken growing inside you.
Yeah, I was definitely that kid though. I was that kid that like didn't want to eat a watermelon seed because I didn't want a watermelon to like grow in my belly because like
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea how biology worked.
Well, I'm looking forward to my son's first birthday. It's gonna be lit.
You got a theme and everything peaked out and all that.
I had one, but I think we're probably just gonna keep it simple. I think the real question is, how drunk do mom and dad get to get?
Depends on where you're having it. Is it at home?
Probably at the park, but
Not very, because you got to travel. That's the only difference. So everybody else can get drunk.
somebody's got to take the kid then. You know what I'm saying? So we can.
Well, that's the thing. You just said like your mother-in-law's there right now, right? So like if your mother-in-law comes or maybe your parents come or whatever it is, somebody want to watch the kid afterwards. That's fine.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is, if you're the ones that are bringing the kid home, you just can't get that drunk. You can get that drunk like later on that night, like in celebration, but like, man, our kids won. Like that's the thing that's gonna hit you. I don't know when it's gonna happen. Maybe it's already happened for you. For me and Jasmine, it was probably like a couple of nights before the first birthday. It was just like, yo, we've been doing this a year. Our kid made it. She's still alive. Honestly, fuck the kid. Celebrate us. We did it.
Yeah,
Me and you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all you had to do is just breathe for a year. We had to make sure that the air you breathed was clean and that the food you ate, was nutritious and all that other kind of stuff. We was doing the hard work. Celebrate us. For the people that like put this undue pressure to celebrate your kid's first birthday, this is for y'all. It does not matter. The kid's not gonna remember shit. Whenever the first birthday that you remember between you and your significant other, figure out what's the first birthday that y'all remember. That's the birthday that you really, really, really gotta blow out. Because that's also the birthdays when you're inviting friends. I mean, let's just be honest. That's what you're really doing. Is like
You flexing for their friends.
yeah, you can't have your kid going to school and you had the lame birthday like that. I
Yeah,
can't do
that's a
that.
good
So
point.
like that's the thing that I'm worried about right now. So like the next couple of birthdays is like whatever. But once you start like having friends come and she's a girl, So you know they really gonna talk? Like, nah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We got to make sure that birthdays is lit because you're not about to be bullying my baby. Not at all.
Hey, sound advice from somebody who's been through it. I respect it. I appreciate it.
I'm here for the people.
So my dad rule, real quick. This is one that hit me recently. Don't take a victory lap too soon with your kids. I feel like I was riding high the last couple months. Like, yeah, man, he's making so many strides. He's doing this. He's doing that. Everything's great. He's sleeping, at a rate that is adequate for me. This dude just decides maybe I'll sleep for 4 hours straight. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just be up all night. Maybe you'll have to find out, and you just have to be in here to figure it out. Maybe I won't go to sleep unless I'm laying down on your chest. So like maybe you just have to be in here. Like
the sleep regression is real,
bruh.
I'm telling you, it's very real.
Also, I Google sleep regression, and I'm like, okay, 8 months sleep regression, and it's like, is there sleep regression for every month? Because I feel like I've been Googling this freaking sleep regression thing for the past 3 months. He just up. Sometimes he wakes up and it's just like, I'm not sleeping tonight. Sometimes he's sleeping perfectly fine. I'm like, oh, this is great. This is great. It's like, yo, give me a heads up. Just give me a heads up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you just don't victory lap. Just take every little moment and be like, today is a great day. And maybe tomorrow will also be good, but I'm not going to jinx it. Because your boy definitely was like out here tap dancing like, shit, you good. We good over here. We good over here. Sleep. We getting it all of it.
Right. Remember that your kid can literally sleep whenever the hell they want. They don't have responsibilities. So he don't have to sleep when it's night out. He can sleep when the sun's up. We have responsibilities. We got shit we got to do. We got errands, jobs, all that other kind of stuff that we have to get done. So, when you get an opportunity to get some sleep, you get that damn sleep. That's the way it's got to be. The consistency comes from you. Don't change your bedtime routine. Don't do any of that. Whatever you got going for your bedtime routine, that's y'all routine.
Oh no, we doing the same thing. That's the thing. We ain't changed nothing. It's just him. 30 minutes. That's all you getting. Like, nah, we going back.
My kid had me out here feeling like I was music soul child. I was in there rocking her to sleep, singing. She loved my singing voice. She made me feel like I'm a Grammy recording artist. Whatever's working to get them to sleep, do that, but don't change the routine. Just get them used to that routine. Yeah, get them used to that routine, and you'll get there. But definitely don't take the victory. I'm with that no victory lap thing.
Yeah. The thing is, it's like when you don't get sleep, it's like people can tell you anything, and it's like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? But it's like, it'd be great advice, but you'd be like, kiss my ass. I don't want to hear nothing. But you're right, though. Not you personally. I'm just saying.
No, I mean, hey, man, it could be me, but because you're right. That's exactly how you feel about it. People like, yo, that's great and all, but that ain't gonna get me the sleep that I didn't get last night. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can't get that back. That's you know what I'm saying? That's 6 hours of my life I'll never get.
Never, ever.
You can tell that to past Malik. Past Malik would have heard that.
Pouring out for that sleep I didn't get.
The Malik that's standing in front of you right now is a changed man. It's a different guy.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'm not hearing none of that. Fuck what you talk about. Coleman disrespecting me.
It might be hands on sight, you know what I'm saying, but with love. You know what I mean?
Nah, he'll get back to it, man. But it's rough, especially when you've done the victory lap. It was like, oh yeah, because we were like that for a while. Yeah. Ari has never been a bad. She's always slept from the moment that she came out. She has been like at least 3-4 hours of sleep from brand spanking new. In the hospital, we would have to keep, if the nurses didn't keep coming in the room every fucking hour to do nothing but say hello, we would have got some pretty good sleep in the hospital too. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? New dads know.
While you would sleep on like a chair, you was just trying to fit on a chair. Yeah, it's crazy.
Like that might be why they're deadbeat dads, because they don't want to sleep on the couch.
They said, I can't handle this.
Yeah, exactly.
First 48 hours, they was like, nah, I'm good.
My sleep is too important to me. I'll see you in 5-6 years when you start remembering stuff. I'll be back, son.
Oh man, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's all starting to come together,
Yeah. Words to live by, my brother.
But thank y'all, man. It's been another great episode of the No Rules Podcast. We love y'all. We thank you for rocking with us. Peace.